right. Let's see how well this goes this time, guys. Let's see if we can't go ahead and do some card sorting and talk to you guys at the same time. There we go. All right. Let's see how well this goes this time, guys. Wax is on. All right. So good news is I'm just relaxing and chilling.
It's a connection problem.
Okay.
That's all that it is.
Okay. And it's just what I'm doing, guys. I'm just going to be sorting the 1987s. There's one of the stacks. There's two of us doing live stuff, so that could be a little bit of an issue with the stream. Yeah, but you're using internet. I don't know.
Probably.
But you can see how, look at it. How
Yep.
choppy it is.
There's not much we can do about it.
It's okay. It's all good. So let's see about adjusting the camera a little bit. We're just trying to figure out a better way to give you guys a better angle. Let's see. Let's see how that's going to do. Oh, that's a bright light. What's up, Funkin' Mess? You can see we're just trying to work out a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Be careful when touching that cable because you might knock the camera down.
I'm just trying to keep it on the table itself. Yeah, the angle is not the easiest thing to do. I mean, I'm limited on space anyways.
Clean the camera.
And
Just use your shirt.
let's see here. Let's try this. What's up, Carter's kids? I'm gonna have a little bit of a delay, guys. Still having a little bit of tech issue, but definitely looking better. My best Indian, exciting times. There we go. It's definitely better. And So these are the 1987s, as you know. There's Jamie Quirk. And what I'm doing is I'm just trying to get all these together. I actually have about 3 feet of these, an unopened box of actual 36 packs, and a box completely opened. So we're going to go ahead and get all these sorted out, get them on the table, and see if we can't try to complete a set. All right. So let's see here. Oh, look, Tiny Man Nasty in the house. Hey, Austin, how you doing? Appreciate you stopping in today, bro. I always like some good metal detecting videos. I don't metal detect myself, but I really enjoy watching other people. I live vicariously through what you guys do. Yeah, we're eventually figure out this lag. We've got some stuff we're going to be working on later. Tiny Man Nasty, did you order the stuff in that you were talking about? He's more of a electronics gadgets guy than myself. Now we can see this card here.
What?
When we see cards like this that have that white, that's basically mold and it can probably kill you. So we're gonna basically just throw this out. There's no point in keeping that card. You inhale the fumes, you might grow mold in your lungs. So just because the gum looks white and perky doesn't mean it's still healthy, guys. You can probably die from it if you eat enough of it over time. Nothing wrong with getting a little wax on your stuff. Yeah, Tiny Man Nasty is my youngest one. He's 22. He's also known as the famous lone zebra. So you ever come across a lone zebra in the plains? Uh-huh.
No, because that's not my name.
Be careful.
Because then they're gonna be looking for my name, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, he's toxic."
Well, if I see a lone zebra by itself, I would think it's toxic too.
I mean, I figure if a zebra can survive on its own, it's more badass than a wolf.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that about work, Austin. Not school though. I don't have to worry too much about school. With the closing of the Costco that I work at, we closed, but only because we were trying to assist with online orders. So we were working a lot of hours to get the online orders up to date, and we did that. And we did such a great job that they're going to allow us to reopen our Costco again shortly. So this is an O-Pee-Chee here. So you don't see the T here, so we know this is an O-Pee-Chee. So it's kind of cool that in some of these cards we're going to pull out some O-Pee-Chees. And I'm pretty sure we'll come across some Gary Carters in here too, as an eventuality. Today we're going to use this camera angle just because of what we're doing. That way you guys can see exactly this is what I do when I'm sorting cards. I've got this nice little tiny tabletop here. It's almost like a tray that you would maybe bring food to someone in a bed. So it works pretty good. What's up, Stevens? Mullet nasty. I don't know. If he had a mullet, I would be like, what? Whose kid is that? Nothing against mullets, but I don't think he could pull one off.
I would pull off the sickest mullet because I'd be the only nappy-haired person with a mullet.
True, true, true. Your nappy hair would be totally different. Trying to think who back in the day. It's been a while, but I think I do remember some trying to rock a mullet who had nappy hair. So it's kind of strange. So how you guys doing today? Theo Vaughn, there you go. So as I'm doing this,
you know who Theo Vaughn is?
I recognize the name.
He's a comedian.
I just recognize his name, but I don't recognize nothing else. So what he's doing is, Tiny Man, he's behind me, and he's playing. What game are you playing?
Playing Destiny.
He's playing Destiny. So I finally had him pinned down to where I harassed him enough to help me at least get us live today. Oh, yeah? So, Stevens, did they give you anything free for walking in there today? An LCS is only good. It's only as good as its owner. I'm pretty fortunate here in Orlando. I've got Orlando Sports Cards, and Kendall's the owner, and he's been in there in his same location since 1989. And he has, we've watched, we've seen many others. Yeah, sometimes when you guys get Fairfield, see what happens. You'll find that they'll be marked and stuff. I've got a couple of cards. I can't remember if it's in here or somewhere else, but I have a couple of cards that were autographed. Chachi's in here. What's up, Chachi? Oh, that's awesome, Stevens. I haven't been to my LCS since the COVID started. Here in Florida, we've been making the news, I think, nationally, from what I'm hearing, that our case count keeps going up, anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 new cases a day, and that's just a lot. And I know there is testing being done, but what they're finding out is it's the younger generation, and I say that because I'm 52, so it's a lot of younger folks in their 20s. They said the average person is around 21 that it's testing positive right now. And there were a lot of restaurants and bars that went ahead and closed on their own after being open 10 days. They just started shutting down because their co-workers were getting sick. Their patrons were coming in obviously ill, or the workers were coming in ill, but somebody was passing it on to others, so they went ahead and just automatically on their own. They said, it's a business loss. They hope that they can stay afloat. There's no guarantees. But the issue comes down to, treating people with respect and dignity. Oh, that is cool, Stevens. They converted a batting cage building front side into a card shop. So is there still a batting cage in there? Because that would be cool if that's true. If they have that in there still. So here's one of those miscut. What's funny is we see a lot of people taking these miscut cards and saying, "Oh, look, an error card. It's worth even more than cards that are in perfect shape," which doesn't make any sense because this is a miscut card and should never have been in there in the beginning. Let me see. I got a message. I got to check that real quick, guys. It's respond. Okay. I finished work Saturday morning, so I got to send a message because somebody's asked me about our Bible study, our congregation Bible study. So I'm just answering them. I finished work at 8:30 a.m. Saturday morning. All right, there we go. But yeah, get back to this cut card. It doesn't make any sense that they tried to pass off these cards as something that is something you want to chase after. Now there are some cards that were mistakes that would be worth something. Like, let's say a card. You look at you pull it out of a pack and then you flip it over and there's nothing on the back. Those blank backs, those are really basically one of a kind. Those are the kind of cards that are typically worth something because that is a true error, not a miscut. Miscuts are not true errors. So Stevens, on that the LCS shop, do they still have a batting cage inside that building? Is it part of the, like you said, the front side? So is the back side you can go there and bat? What's up, Dave? It is strange having you in my live stream instead of me in your live stream. Wasn't I in your live stream at like 3 something this morning? What is up, Rob?
Oh, no way, dude.
Can your tiny man nasty behind me playing games? So we can see that we've worked out some of the kinks. And working hard on these 1987 tops. See the old wax on there from the packages back in the day. It's always interesting is if you know, they say if you build it, from that movie Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come. Well, when you make cards, people find a way to steal from the packs. They'll find a way to just try to ruin everything. Yeah, I was getting ready for work. I did a 5-hour shift of pulling orders this morning. And about 3 hours of actual physical pulling, I walked 4.6 miles. You did? You're building one now? Apex. You smell that 87 from here. Well, you know, we've been talking about doing that. Going live and while we're sorting cards to try to do that. It looks like Mrs. Waxman just walked in the door from her work day. And let's see, there's several stacks. Hi, Mrs. Waxman. We worked it out to where we finally have this running. How was your day? It was okay. All right. It's better than not okay. a little while ago. Yeah, I wanted to. Speaking of relic, I want to show you guys two cards I got in the mail today. I won these cards in a random drawing, and you guys might like this. So the first one is this beautiful Jackie Robinson. Why don't we do this? There we go. The 35th anniversary. 84-28. Just a beautiful card, and there was several. It was a stack of cards from that year, and then this was one of the other cards that they pulled out of the pack. Just this beautiful medallion. Just a beautiful card. Nice and heavy. Cody Bellinger. 42 is the only number that means anything. That's funny. All right. Yeah, I appreciate you guys jumping in. Thank you. Yeah, it is a nice medallion. Move on. You actually had some Movans that I hadn't seen before in the one of the boxes I was going through, and it was kind of nice to see it. A couple of different cards here and there that I've never seen before, like some Gary. I got some Gary Carters. Where are they at? I know I got them right here, up close. So I got these 3 Gary Carters, and I have more than this, but these are the 3 that I had set aside the other day. And a little dinged up here and there, but here's the first one. It's from the 1990 score. And Gary's, Carter's Kids is going to be getting this. Well, they should Chachi be in a one-touch if that's the picture. So there's Gary there. I started this stack because I've got them mixed in with another stack right now. And then there was these 2 minis. They're a little beat up, a little wrinkled here and there. But interestingly, they just so happen to be minis of the set that we're working on. So there's the Gary Carter minis. Mrs. Waxman's calling you, sir. So this is from the 96 and this is the 97. Kind of cool. She's calling you. Yeah, Apex, it has to be. It's supposed to be pictured. Like sometimes I know that when people are showing a card that's for sale, they say, "Hey, I have it in the top. And they'll tell you right then and there, and I've seen it, even on live streams. Hey, this is what it's in, but it's not going to ship this way." So, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, the picture, it's misleading. So hold on a second here. Sounds like Tiny Man Nasty didn't do something. I don't know. So this is when I wish I could play a little bit of music right now to block it.
We're talking about exercise.
Exercising, okay. Yeah, Dave, you're right. The worst cards do look great in one touches. What doesn't look great in a one touch? Your first thought is it's never been touched. That's funny. That is funny. All right. So do you think it's worth the $2? Well, yeah, I know we can't think about the shipping side because shipping is shipping. But do you think it's worth the $2, Apex, that you paid for it? Oh yeah. If you guys had seen some of my recent, videos, I got to show you guys this. This is like it's just all bubbled up, but it's crazy, man. This was kind of cool. It was in a box I got the other day. And since the new kids on the block started here, I guess, or their manager was here, however it went, it's kind of a cool thing to get. So $10 new. Well, that's misleading. Should have been in a one touch because that's how it's pictured. Or it should have been something in the description that said that it was not going to be shipped in a one touch. Because that really needs to be there. I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a rental. Let's say what's it? AR&B, whatever that is.
Oh,
And
whoops.
was it Airbnb? Thank you. Yeah, and so when they show pictures, because we went to a conference once, and they were saying that your pictures of what your place looks like need to look the same or better when your guest arrives. So when you're buying something from eBay, it's the same principle is there. That you need to be able to, if somebody shows you a picture of a card in a one touch, it needs to be in a one touch when it comes to you. Because what they've done is it's been misleading. So see, like this here, see, this supposedly was signed by Chris Bando on the back, but I don't know how legitimate that is. But that's what I'm saying. I have many cards like that came through these boxes. Well, as long as you feel like you're winning. We know Apex with VRBO, when you find a place that first time, and I'll give you a really cool example. When you find a place and you go through and you pay your fees, right? The reason why you're paying fees is they're the marketing company that's representing that property. So the next time you go to you want to stay at that property, then the nice thing is you no longer have to go through a VRBO. You can go through the owner. And then the owner bypasses all those fees, and then you just pay the normal amount that they charge and none of the fees except for the taxes, because the county, that local county, they need to get their taxes so they can keep tourism going. So yeah, the first time it's tough, but sorry, Dave. Was it your bird? Did you hit the bird with your vehicle? Or did somebody break your finger off because you flipped them the bird?
Don't close it all the way.
Yeah, we need to get some of that air conditioning in here.
Open it halfway, please.
I think she's about to play the TV, so we have no choice.
Open it halfway, please.
There. We just gotta have an airflow in here. Yeah, because we use VRBO for our property, and we only charge it's either 84 or 89 a night for our property, and then yeah, Apex, I don't blame you. That's too much. If you our property, because we're in Orlando, is close enough to different beaches
Yeah.
that you don't have to worry about paying all those fees, because we don't add fees. Whatever the folks, whatever the VRBO charges you, that's all that we let. That's all the extra stuff, and we don't charge nothing else, because we just don't feel like that it needs to be more than what we charge. But again, they're our marketing company, and so we let them do our marketing, and then they get their fee for marketing the property, and then after that, we've actually built up a loyal base of customers that come back. Orlando, bro. You know my email. Let me type my email. I'll send you the link to our property so you can see. But the great news is this: if you come through us directly, we won't charge you the fees, because we know you, and so we'll have you go through us. Yeah, you don't want to come to Orlando right now, bro. I'm gonna tell you straight up, just whenever you guys are ready. But just shoot me an email so that I can go ahead and send you that link, so that you can see what our property looks like. How many kids do you have? I'll tell you if it's worth your time. If you be coming with the kids, or be just you and your wife, it's always a great place, because we only have it's set up for 4 total people, meaning 2 adults and 2 kids stay comfortably. We have special mattresses that were manufactured for us, and we've had so many compliments that we have a 4.9 rating, I think it is, just because our worst rating was funny. She said that it was an A+ property, but she hit a 3-star by mistake. But everybody basically, I think everything is a 4. Mostly it's mostly 5s, and then there's a couple of 4s mixed in. It's like people that just can't give somebody a 5-star, even though they have there's nothing to complain about. Yeah, that's why we go up to 4 people at 84 a night. Since you guys are going to be in the parks when you finally do come down here, it's perfect for that. We've had we actually what is up, Isaac? We actually had an independent film company had found our oh, look, another O-Pee-Chee. But see that? Okay, that's just paper loss there, so we're gonna keep it. I thought it was like gum mold, but it's not. So let's see. All right. Yeah. The teacher that refuses to give out A's. We had a lady. We were putting in brand new lighting. We actually did a really nice job on our property, and honestly, I think it looks better than the pictures, because the pictures really can't do it justice how we set it up for everybody. So when you come in, we have this lighting system, and this one lady, they come in and she's like, doesn't say hello or nothing. She goes, "What we got going on here?" And we're like, "Oh, we're putting in lighting," which we had it done before they came back from wherever they went to that day. What's up, Tom T? And that's it. That's her only complaint. She never said anything in there about that we put new lights in and it bothered her. But we had it in before sundown. And I was like, whatever. But, you know, she said she couldn't complain. So we'll take a 4-star from somebody who can't give a 5-star. And then many of the guests, when they go on our website, they read it, and they say they read them. They go through them, and they can't believe it. Oh, yeah? Nice. Erling, I know, right? I'm with Wax. Hey, listen, bro. We'll take care of you. When you see the property, you'll see. You'll see why it's worth your time. Again, as long as it's just no more than 4 of you guys. Yeah. See how this? You can see this card here. They crossed off. I guess they had every card. They were so excited. Ooh, let's ruin the card. I'm just as guilty when I was a kid. And the worst part about it is you just didn't really know what to do with the cards. I'm pretty sure my cards are still somewhere mixed in my stuff. Woo. Yeah. We're literally 20 minutes from Disney. I mean, 17 is really the time frame, unless somehow you have bad traffic. The beaches are about 45, like straight out to Cocoa is about 45 minutes. And then you have your local parks, we got some beautiful springs. Hey, well, condom sense, bro. That'll help you not multiply. Because you just can't say no. So this is still working on the second stack that we have laying here, but I still got another whole box to bring down and pull them out too. We've been here so long. Oh, thank you, Chachi. We've been down here so long. We've done the park thing. Being 52, we have there are some 52-year-olds that don't have the issues I have. I have a heart aneurysm, so I really going to the parks for me is not a thing. I can't do the roller coasters anymore, and I love roller coasters. So basically, I'm done with the parks unless somebody gives me a free ticket. What is up, Jim? How you doing? Appreciate you guys hanging out with me for a little while as I'm doing some card sorting. I've been wanting to do this with you guys, that I held off doing this just so that I could do this with you guys and have our chat. What's this? Avoid the Noid, call Domino's Pizza. Hey, Tiny Man, check that out.
Avoid the noise. Call Domino's Pizza.
I know, right? That is hilarious. Well, I can do quite a bit, Apex. You don't want to drive a bus on Disney. I have a very close friend who does, and he's an older gentleman, and he's like, he does it just for the benefits, but it drives him crazy. He does the trams, and then the little tram, the tram trolleys, and point people in the direction. I'd rather be a greeter at Costco if I can't do much, because those benefits I think are better than Disney's. All right, Chachi. We'll see you when we see you, bro. When were those commercials about avoid the Noid? We gave up on cable 10, 12 years ago, something like that. So I don't even know when that commercial came out. I remember something about avoid the Noid. Nice. Oh man. You know, when it comes to that, I really haven't done. We don't have a boat. We do what we do is I like to pond fish, so we walk around the ponds down here. Just don't have a lot of spare time to do much of with a boat. I think it was early. Was it early '90s maybe? It had to be early to mid. Yeah. So you gutted the harbor. So do you rebuilt it? Nice. Dude, that's huge. All right, so we got another O-Pee-Chee. Really nice shape. I was really excited when I started seeing all these O-Pee-Chees mixed in. Has anybody tried to do any O-Pee-Chee sets? All right. What is up, Jason? Yes, we are live from the Wax Cave. Welcome to the 1987 fixation we have here. Many of you guys know I have a backdrop. It's an uncut sheet somebody had laminated, which actually devalued that sheet to basically being worthless. But it was kind of cool the way I got it. I got it for $1 because the guy was going to throw it out. I said, well, at least let me give you $1 for your trouble, man, for coming in to the card shop. I said, I'm just going to use it as a poster because that's all really it's good for. So my boy, my youngin', he had it on his wall. But he's 22 now, so he has other things on the wall. So I see, hey, Kathy. Who's Kathy? Nice. Yeah, once in a while I come across a 500 count box. Is that what you were referring to, Erling? Kathy is Jason. Jason is Kathy. So is Kathy... Okay. I'm just going to let this one go. I got jokes, but I'm just going to let it go. So let's do a quick shout out here to Tony Fernandez, another great utility player, recently lost to that allergy called death. It's always a killer. All right. Nice. He's just laughing. I don't know what he's laughing at. He's got himself his bunch of screen setups over there and watching so many things at the same time while he's playing. Ah. That's when he's trying to get his roommate in trouble. All right. Look at that. Look at that, guys. A couple of little peaches. That one's a little worn. P button's broken. Oh, this got mixed in. 86. And he knows all. All right. So we can almost have this. I got this stack left here, and then I've got the box on the shelf we're going to pull down that has a bunch more of these. When I do that, I like to do it in mass. I just find most of the time it's easier. And then when I finish these, because what I want to do is I want to get the set. I want to make sure I've got the set. At the same time, help you guys get cards to you for your sets. Make sure that let's make a bunch of sets, guys. They're out there. It's not like they're not hard to find cards. But I was looking at I'm not going to name the YouTuber, but I was looking at his website, and he's never been in my streams or any streams I've been in. Meaning that I don't see them talking like you guys were talking to me. I don't see him talking to anybody's streams. He's a YouTuber. So I went to his website to check him out because it was recommended to go to him. And I don't know, I was kind of disappointed because he wanted a lot of money for a 500 count vending box of these. And I'm like, seriously? Well, Apex, instead of you sorting them, what you can do is just ship them to me. I'll keep them. Put them to good use. So, let me ask you guys, how good is the background? I don't know. I like the idea. I bought a couple of sets of cards, and it's not the same as doing what we're doing right now. Digging deep, trying to find them, trying to see what we got. My crisp 87s are up there. Then I have another box somewhere of the 87s. I think. Let me see. Yeah, I've got behind me the set that I'm working on. So that makes me question what's up in the box. They might just be doubles that I have up there. A little more lightning. Oh, lighting. Oh. Good gosh. You're gonna have to switch lights. There's more lighting for you, bro. I just turned it light. It was just it's a little blinding. It's right in my face. Definitely can see better though. Oh look, famous Pete rookie. Yeah, Jason, you're right. It is a bear, but man, it's fun because it's hard work, satisfying. No mold on this card. It's just a stain, Dan Quisenberry. But it stained through it. I know we have more of these, so we're going to toss that one in the trash. You almost never see me do that, but I know that I have that card, so I'm not too worried about it. Well, this one's not the hot. It's the one up there that's higher up is that's the hot one, and I'm trying not to add any heat to the room by having that one on, which is the better one for it. Wintertime, I'll use the other one. So, whew, that's a little hot there, bro. Can't imagine what it is here then. Let me see. Let me see what we got for our temp. I know it's hot out there. That's why we're all inside. 93. Oh, feels like 102. Okay, Jason. Let me just work with these though. Heat index is pretty hot. Yesterday, I can't imagine how hot it was. So hot. The air conditioner was, yeah, that's the vending box, Jason, the plain 500 box, and the air conditioner was running, and I was going to lower the temperature, but when I looked at the thermostat, it was telling me that my temperature in the house was 2 degrees above the actual air conditioning setting. So I said, nope, can't do it. That just tells you it got scorching for about 30 to 40 minutes. And then it started to cool off outside a little bit. But it hit a peak. And then when later this week, I think it is, we'll be getting the cloud from the Sahara Desert. What is up, Pete? How you doing? And when that cloud gets here from the Sahara Desert, ooh, it's gonna be even warmer. Start to get the hazy look, because we get that here from time to time. When the desert kicks out those clouds, they'll come across the ocean, which actually will lower the chance for storms to develop out in the Atlantic. So you'll start hearing them adjust how many storms they think that are going to happen now because of that. But you know what? Stop adjusting your predictions. You got a prediction. You have an anomaly. We get it. We're not going to fault you for being wrong, because a huge dust cloud that nobody could predict came off the desert and out into the ocean across the Atlantic. Oops. Johnny Grubb. I'm glad things are going great, Pete. Yep. Yeah, that storm, it's going to be nasty because it's going to hit here first. And we usually get at least once a year, we get that in Florida, or more. Actually, probably 4 or 5 times. But the big one, this one here, it's just humongous. And so what's interesting is that it's actually necessary for these storms to go across. Like most of the time, not a lot of the time, but most of the time, what they do is these storms go across to Brazil, to the rainforest, which actually adds nutrients, believe it or not, nutrients to the rainforest, which helps the rainforest. So it's kind of strange. So the same thing, we get the nutrients, and how do I know we get the nutrients from these storms? Because when that sandstorm goes through, and we get and it rains, you'll get this dust on everything, and we can tell the difference between the dust from the Sahara Desert and just normal pollution dust. So it's really strange how it works. So we get the best of everything as it comes through. Yeah, I'm gonna have to drink some water here. Let's see where we're at. Because I think I already went through that box above. Because if I have the boxes behind me, that means I put the doubles up top. So we won't even have to open that box back up, but I still have a sealed box. I don't know, I just try to read up on this stuff, Apex. I find it's better that way, Andy, to just learn about what they're talking about, what's going on, and to understand it to a point. I mean, sometimes we don't always need to know all the information, but if we know the gist of it, it helps. Like, there's times where we know that there are tropical waves that come through here that don't really produce rain because the moisture stays up into the atmosphere and never drops because it's not conducive for storms. And there's times where we watch storms. We're sitting here watching the storms on radar. We can see them spinning, like 2 of the 3 storms that hit the U.S. this year. Or were the named storms, 2 of the 3 named storms. We were watching them and we're like, okay, we could tell by the pressure that was the barometric pressure that they were trying to spin, like the one in Alberta, and then there was the A and the B storm. We could tell. We were watching them try to spin, and we could see that through radar, through the feeling in the atmosphere. So we knew what was going on. So, man, I think my stacks are getting too high, but at least I caught the cards. Yeah, comprehension is a vital thing. That these stacks are getting too high. It's all good, though. So what's really cool is we're almost to the point where we're going to put these in numerical order. But let me check that. I'm going to have to check that box above first, though, just to make sure. Because I think those are doubles above. I have already gone through them, and if they're numerical order, then that tells me those are the doubles. And I'll add these somehow to those and have to put them in a different box, which I have set aside already for this. So, Apex, how long were you guys together before you guys got married? All right, let's see. Let's see, I think these are in numerical order. Yep, so I've already taken from this. These are the doubles of my 87s. So I've already taken these out. Wow, 9 years, that's cool. We actually no longer have an Orlando team. We used to actually have they played in Tinker Field, who was one of the greats of the games. Orlando Sunrays or something like that. I don't know, something like that. But then we had the Houston Astros. We had made, we had the Astros for a while, but Lakeland, I think, has the minor team, Daytona. There might be a team, I don't even know it. Our complex here in Orlando has changed from baseball to turning it to a soccer complex. So we have an actual Major League Soccer team, the Orlando, in the Orlando City Club, and they have gone to the complex where they went ahead and it's been done. So they'll have a lot of soccer fields. It's their practice field, and they do a lot of stuff over there. And I think all but one baseball field. So there is a team, but I just don't know the name of it because I don't know. It is what it is. All right, so here we go. So we've got to get all these a little bit tighter, and we're going to start the stacks. All right, so let's put this out farther. You guys won't be able to see it as I set it up. Well, maybe I'm going to have to come in here. Move this stack of cards that are not 87s. Yeah, working it sucks. But what else can you do? 5 boxes of 90 flair from a trader. 2 more boxes coming. Wow, that is nice, bro. I actually am working on that set too, the 90 flair. So are those unopened boxes? And the boxes you're getting from the BBCE. How much did you pay for those? Are the ones that are guaranteed to never been opened, correct? They're lying. Because Pete, I have access to unopened guaranteed boxes. They're not saran wrapped, and probably what you paid for them is going to be a lot. What you paid through them would probably be more. That's the only thing I can think of. And then you had to pay for shipping too, correct? Because I think I can get them for $10 a box. They're not going to be saran wrapped, but he opens the cases himself and puts them on his shelf. Well, once I have a chance, Pete, let me put my email in here. If you need more, let me know. I can try to get you some more. That way, they'll the boxes will not have a wrap around them, but I've known him since I've known him not since 1989, but he's been in business since 1989. That's my LCS, and and he always tells me, he goes, I'm going to guarantee you I pulled these out of a sealed case myself. So I know that he's getting the cases, and that's how he tries to buy them. He doesn't try to buy them as individual boxes. He goes, I buy the cases, and that's what I love to do. And so that's how we get them. Hi.
Hi.
You having a problem?
Yes. After I forward, where do I press?
Oh. Well, you do this to stop it, but you've got to arrow it back to highlight where the pause button is. Wife is having technical difficulties. Yeah, so I like I said, you guys have heard me say that I have access to between 10 and 15 million cards. My LCS guy, he cuts me deals, and I pass on those deals to you guys. I was helping a guy with a 68 set until he ran into some issues, but he probably got 300 to 400 cards from me, something like that, towards the set. Let's say 300 towards the set he got from me easily. We were gonna do another 115 to 120, and but it just some stuff happened, and he was ill and all kinds of stuff, and so he couldn't continue to do it. Yeah, Larry Walker. There's what's interesting is we always hear about the big names, and Larry Walker was probably one of the best utility players. He wasn't a great name like Cal Ripken, Mike Trout, but yet, the quality of what he brought to the game is why you hear me sometimes say utility players. There have been some really great utility players out there, and he was one of them. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame. Did you ever get to see him play? I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. So we're at the point where we've got to put these in numerical order. So we're going to get them started. And I think what we're going to do is this. We have to break this down into two groups. Let's see here. Below 50. Which, nice. Above 50. It'll help me better to separate these. Yeah, utility is a term I use for a player that's a starter that they utilize. This is from when I was younger. Because sometimes I would say hear utility player when I was a kid, and I associated it with a starter who was starting because he brought something to the table, and he may not have been a Reggie Jackson, he may not have been a McGuire or any of them, but he brought something to the table that allowed him to be in there and to be a very successful player. He brought the tangibles to the game. Like Pete Alonso, we know he's a great home run hitter, but what else can he do? So that's why you hear me say utility, because I'm referring to the quality of what they bring to the table. What they use, and I've even said it in one of my videos, that when they use that term today, it doesn't mean the same. So it takes away from the quality of the player when they call them a utility player. I don't even know who Miles Straw is. He ain't no utility player. Yeah, they changed the definitions in the game. Kind of sucks. The reason why I'm breaking these into two stacks is well, you'll see, because it makes it easier to hold them. Charlie Blackmon. Now, see, that's a player that I haven't seen his numbers, but he's a great utility player. He's perfect for the team. He helps the team. He's not a superstar, but he's really good at what he does. I mean, obviously to Rocky fans, he is a superstar, which I don't blame them because he's really good at what he does. And you say that in public, Pete? Yeah, Blackman is really, really good. One day when I was going through my cards, I was going through was it Pro Debut cards that I didn't even realize I had from back in 2011. Can you guys name a player that was in Pro Debut from 2011 that's not Mike Trout? Let's see. So this is why I broke the down to smaller stacks, because this is where I start to kick into gear. Yeah, I think Brandon Belt was in that set. There you go, Apex. Charlie Blackman. Charlie Blackman, as you guys know, is RSR, one of his favorite players. And I believe it or not, I actually had his Pro Debut autograph rookie card, or Pro Debut card. It was really cool. When he got it, he's like, he didn't even know it existed. He was so excited, that he could get that card. I thought of him immediately. Yeah, player, not a buzzer. What's funny is I had so much respect for Altuve, but now it's like it's hard to show him love. I used to, yeah. I get RSR has it now, and it was autographed. It was an autographed card. I didn't even. That's one thing about when you go back in your cards and you dig stuff up. You don't know sometimes what you have inside your own cards. It's like you guys seen them on the videos when the stacks to my left, stacks to my right. I went through them the other day. I literally went through them and added more, and it was like seeing all these cards and what they're worth. I was like, oh my god. That's part of why I have to get all this stuff together, because I know you guys like to get a lot of these cards that I have, and I don't have a problem with that. I just gotta sort through them. Wow, you really? I did not know. That's cool. So you didn't know about that one then, did you? Did you know that Blackman was in that set? Johnny Cueto. That's just one of those cool names, like Jackie Bradley Jr. Some people just have really cool names that play baseball. When I hear Johnny Cueto, I just think of Johnny Bravo. I thought it was your name was Kathleen, Jason. You know, actually, you know what's funny is I think I actually have. Now you say you have the list. Is that? Do you have the actual folded poster that came with it? Or just a list? Daniel Ponce de Leon. Yeah. I think he's going to be a decent enough down the road. I've got a few of his rookies set aside. Oh, I actually have a 2011 Pro debut. I think it's a poster checklist. I think I have it. If I still have it, I'll let you know. I don't think I sent it. I don't think I sent it to RSR. I think I kept it and put it. It's in a box. Yeah, Victor Mesa. Yeah, I'm hoping my. Speaking of young blood, I'm hoping one of my nephews. He's was signed by the Diamondbacks, hoping to see. Hoping to get they'll get his card going here in the next year or two, because he's just turning 18 recently, and he's already signed. Is RSR the top guy? Yeah, I'm hoping that he is a successful Apex. You know, he has a few things going for him, and I like that. Okay, so this section is in order. So now here we go. Let's get a couple of these. Let's give them an order. You might want to see if you can email him the list, but then he'll probably end up being. Maybe he'll pass both of you guys. Now that he has that pro debut autograph. I never thought about getting a database on a player. I don't know. I just, you know, play it by ear. I have ways to go, I think, before I would want to step into that realm. Alright, so you can see this is what I do. So, and then after I get all of these sorted, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to my set and see what we got missing. What I'll do is, I usually do it when I finish them all, and then just go do a run through, because it's the way I set it up. You know, the way I've got my setup here, I've got to have the box a certain way, so it wouldn't make sense to keep moving stuff around. think this room is like a 9x6. The Pistons. You know, I turned a Piston fan into an Orlando Magic fan. Back in, I think it was 2009. Something like that, somewhere around there. Oh, that's cool. See, Lou Whitaker was a really good player. I liked Lou. I mean, not when he played against us, but I enjoyed watching him against other teams. Yeah. Well, Grant Hill never really played. Because, you know, he had the surgeries. See, this Wally Joyner was crushed. Yeah, I won't disagree, Andy. But Grant Hill was a different story. Grant Hill had a surgery on his ankle, fixed his ankle. We all were excited that, you know, that he was there, and then he ended up getting an infection, which actually nearly killed him, and it really stopped him from playing for almost 4 years, I think it was. Then, of course, you know, he went somewhere else because they let him go. I'm not sure why they do that. You know, you want to have people in the seats. You know, I used to talk with Dwight Howard's mom at the games because I was a season ticket holder back then, and you know, just wanted him to stay. You know, it would be a great opportunity for him if he stayed to let them continue to build around the team, but I don't know. Like Courtney Lee, he was perfect for the Magic setup, the way that they had set up their team, but you know, he missed that layup in LA, and I think he paid for it, and that's probably why he wasn't there the next year. I got to meet him and talk with him for a little while. He's a really nice guy. He was hoping that he could be with the Magic for, you know, his career, but obviously it didn't work out for him. And then when he went elsewhere, even though he's still playing, is he still playing now or no? Are you talking about Grant? Oh yeah, Grant Hill. You're talking about Grant, right? So let's see, 30s. I don't think Courtney Lee made enough to do that. What am I seeing here somewhere? There's no peach. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was Grant. For some reason, I feel like that was a good fit for him to be a part owner there for the Hawks. But then I really have been focusing so much on the cards, the baseball side of stuff, that obviously nobody's playing right now, but I don't even know where they were at, you know, when they did stop playing. I didn't know what teams are doing well. I mean, I was kind of paying some attention to the Magic, but and I was supposed to go to a game, but I wasn't able to go because I was tied up that day. I'm not complaining because, you know, sometimes when you're tied up, it's a good thing. You know, the other problem is there's been so many selfish players over the years too that You know, as great as they were, they just weren't great teammates on the floor. They just felt like, you know, they all tried to be like Mike or like Kobe. They tried to believe that that they could always take their team to win. And you know, Mike and Kobe couldn't always do that either, but that's how people were. Yeah, it's supposed to finish in our backyard. I'm excited about that, but can't get to go watch it, so oh well. They will be 17 minutes away from us. So yeah, you can say that's my backyard. You know, McGrady was really a good shooter, but he had his issues when it came down to, I think, team play in the long run. You know, he just felt like everybody clear out, let me do my thing. But the problem is you've got to be able to clear out, and I do understand the facet of the game. You know, he needs to clear it out, go in, pass. I mean, team play is really what makes a team work. And there's an example. There's my son when he was younger. He played little basketball, and so when I watched them play, because I didn't go to the first, I think, 6 games. The 6th game I finally was able to go, and I watched his team play, and I was like watching the coach, and I was like, "Do you have anybody that's that's doing the defense?" And he's like, "No." So okay, well you keep working on the offense, and if you don't mind, I'll help you with the defense with these kids. He said, "Okay." And didn't you win 5 of the next 6 games, or you won all 6 of them? Tiny man. Hello.
What?
When you guys were playing basketball, you lost your first 6, right? When you guys played basketball on the team, did you guys lost your like first 6, but then when you guys learned more about defense, you guys won the next 6 games, right?
I don't know. We had a winning season.
Yeah, they ended up with a winning season, and didn't you guys play in the title game?
Yeah.
Yeah, they ended up playing in the title game,
And got bodied.
and they got bodied, but they earned the right to get there.
Yeah, dude. I got freaking elbowed in the face during the game.
Yep, and I'm not a crazy parent to go down there because he needs to suck it up, right? He's playing. What are you playing now?
League of Legends.
He's playing League of Legends now. But you know that's what defense. You know, defense and team play, and that's the thing. And whenever they had their issues, whenever his team had an issue, was when one player felt like he had to take the team and didn't follow what the coach was telling him. You know, I don't know. I haven't looked at any of the names. What's his card number? What are his card numbers? Because right now we're just in the 100s. We just started putting these in numerical order. You get so focused on numbers. It's a numbers game. 20. Let's go back. Let's see. Do we have any 20s? No 20s. Well, again, this isn't my only source to look in. Let's see up here. This is the other source that we already have gone through. And let's see here. See if we can open them all. Let's see where that 20 is. somewhere in this section. Let's see, 2020, 2020. No, look at that. No Gary Carters? What? That's crazy. Maybe I pulled them all out. I could have done that. I told you I got another stack of Carters somewhere. I know I got other Carters in another location. I've just got to re-find them all. And this is really cool what's on the back. The Henderson and the Rice. You know, I don't know, Apex. I mean, if you go to recent, I mean, we're doing the 87s, but that's just today. Tomorrow it'll be a different set. Maybe even later tonight it'll be a different set. Eventually I'll take actually I already took a short. I sleep for a couple of hours at a time. Pendleton is 8 or 3. Well, it wouldn't be 3 unless it's a one of these record breakers. Pendleton. I think you're right though, but nothing yet. Because these are all, all of these are going to be TriStar and Fairfield plus somebody's, I guess you could say, throwaway base. In this case, base would be more than likely no big hits. I still have a full unopened box of the 87s on that side. And then the 90 Fleer, which is what I'm trying to finish, which I guess you could say is probably the biggest besides 86. So 86 tops, I need 3 cards. Not sure on the others yet, but I know on top the 86 tops, I know for a fact it's 3 cards. And that one I'd love to finish. I'm talking with the Card Dreamer about it right now. Tiny Man Nasty, when you have a chance, your mama's trying to get your attention. Yeah, mid-90s. But if you go back, if you go to an actual like vintage, I've got not a lot. I have a lot more than I've ever had when it comes to vintage. And vintage to me is from 75 down, I believe. To invest with the cards and do what I want until I breathe my last breath. He's actually worked. He's the one that we spent one summer. It was every day. We just went through what we had at the time, which was 20,000. I think it was 20,000, 21, 22,000 cards. I will let you know, Pete. And then I still have a stack of 90 Fleer to go through also, and that I haven't opened. And I can get some more of these, I hope. Like I said, I gotta go back to my LCS and see what he has. And so that's what I do. I just continue to invest. You know, I say vest on purpose because I'm vested in this. But we spent the summer doing this, and he went through. We made sure we knew what we had, what we were missing at the time, because it was before really electronic devices were being utilized a lot more. I think we had a computer, but we just never really used it for any of this stuff. It was just a PC. And then so now it's a little different. I'm not using any electronics, but I'm getting deeper into making sure that I know what we have at a level that we really didn't before. Before we just went through, we were searching what do we have and to see what we could do with them. And so then he saw how you could take these cards, take some of the higher dollar ones, and in a sense you could say sell them to get more cards. And my stream is a little off right now, it shows. So if you guys are getting a little bit of a choppiness, apologize for that. Really? The 89 Donruss? Like the original 89 Donruss? Or the reprints? The Card Dreamer is one. He's mostly football. He's been working on his sets to where he's actually getting his variations too. Glad to see that you're back early. As you can see, we haven't gone anywhere. No. I'm fine with that, Pete. I am fine with that. As a matter of fact, go ahead and anybody, you know, have asterisks. So was that mostly just the Astro players? They had the asterisks on the back. Yeah, Pete. Let me. So you can link it. Apex, because I've known you a long time. Let me go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead so you can do the link. So you're set up to where you can put you can do that. Can you put the link in there for us, Andy? Appreciate it, man. Yeah, Pete, I'm fine with the promotion. Because you know we kind of know you. What I'm looking at is, let's say somebody just comes in here and randomly starts promoting, and you know, and I don't know them. That's the only issue I have. You know, or maybe I know somebody, they just come in and promote. That doesn't fly, I don't think, in any stream. You know, come in, you know, at least have a conversation and say, hey, listen, can I do this like you did? I did a video on it. Perfect. Apex will grab it and he'll put it in the link. There we go. So if you guys want to check it out, go ahead and do that. I know that I got Pete. I've got him subbed. I try to watch as many videos as I can. It doesn't always work out to my liking, but because this is what I've been doing, guys. This is what I'm trying to do, is get this. This is when I'm watching them. Is usually this. Awesome. Apex, if you want, you can put a link. If you want to link everybody that's in here, throw their channels up there. That'd be great. Haven't we all? Yeah, what I try to do is, like, normally, like, now that I've gotten, I you know, like today, it took us a while to get things going. When I get off of work, when my wife is at work, I'll start to do my stream then. Because normally when she gets home, like right now she's watching TV. You know, we usually sit down and we watch stuff together because, again, I go to bed. I take a few. I usually take a few, like a nap, couple of hours, and just a box of shiny cards. And oh, what is up, Alex? How you been, bro? You still got those packs sealed up? Yeah, Erling is awesome, guys. He does a lot of stuff, and I jump in and assist him with one of his charities. You know, he chooses a charity. I'm fine with that because he's really hooking everybody up in those streams. Just one. Did you give them away? Or did you open them? I know my stream's a little choppy, guys, so apologize. Yeah, Papa J's another one. He's a smooth operator. Whew, look at these 200s. What a stack. Yeah, if you want to. Okay. So Alex, yeah, I think it was probably a good idea. It's even though because that batch that we got, as you know, we already pulled the Acuna bat down. But man, you could easily flip that pack. Yeah, Papa J. You want to put a link to Papa J's in there? You can do that, bro. No problems with that. So eventually I'm going to go back to auctioning. I just not ready. I am ready, but I'm not ready. Oh, I got to separate these still. Hold on. I've got to, that's why I'm doing all this. This is when we were talking earlier about getting everything in order. I need to get everything in order so that I know what I need to keep for my sets, for my personal PC, because I did sell some stuff that, and you kind of kick yourself a little later. Yeah, I know, Alex. And the thing was, I'm gonna tell you something I didn't tell you then. I read that pack, and you're gonna kick yourself when I tell you this. That pack was one of the ones you said, no, that's not the pack I wanted. And that pack was the one that had it in it. I didn't want to tell you, but I just felt like I might as well now. I'll share with you now because, it'll hurt less, I hope. Because I literally was telling Tiny Man Nasty about it after. But one thing about that is there's still a chance that there could be another one for some reason. That my LCS guy, if you guys probably didn't see the video, I'm just gonna say probably because you can't get it now. YouTube for some reason, I have almost 300 videos and they don't show them all. I don't know why. I'm not worried about it too much. I mean, a little bit. I don't lose sleep. And so in one of my videos, I was at the card shop and I pulled. He had 22 packs of 2017 tops left. I bought 10. Pulled some really great cards. One of them being the Judge Rookie. And so this other guy saw that and he bought 10 of the last 12. I was like, oh man. So there were 2 packs left. So one was in the window, which had been in the window the entire time he'd been selling them. and the other pack was just laying there. No, never. I don't remember if I ever heard of that set. And so I went ahead and bought the last 2 packs, and the one that was in his window had another Judge Rookie. But that was just crazy to find that Judge Rookie sitting in there. So I ended up pulling out of 12 packs in his shop 2 Judge Rookies. So his shop has some magical stuff sometimes. I don't look at it as luck. I look at it as buying at the right time in the right place, and he just happens to have great stuff. What is up, CVC? How are the joints today? Yeah. Yeah, submitting can be pretty expensive. Oh, that's the M&M set? When you post a link, if you can, just put what the description is with the link to make it easier. 42 card. What cards are you trying to submit? Working as usual. Oh. Okay, I forgot. I already got these done. Okay. Yeah, I started doing PSA with what's his name? With Missouri Cards, but let me see if it's still sitting here. I actually got a night. This was my first card that I ever got that was PSA, but I bought it out of the dollar bin at my LCS. Gem Mint 2005 Bowman Chrome. A little, it's dusty, but let me pull it out of this wrapper. This was my very first ever PSA card I bought. I bought it for $1 out of the dollar bin. Isn't that crazy? It's just a beautiful card. So for $1, I was like, I had to get it. I don't even know who the guy was, but he was a decent player. I think did he just recently stop playing? I can't remember. And then I got this the other day. It's really cool. This is a Near Mint 8, Kent Urbeck, Tim Laudner. Now, obviously, Laudner was not as good as Urbeck, but Laudner was decent enough. A couple good years. 82 tops. Now, I did have the non-graded. I did have the 1982 Ripken that I actually had from when I was a kid. And Truth Seeker got a great deal from me on it. GMA, yeah, GMA seems to be really inexpensive. But yeah, Missouri Cards, I got into submissions through him, through his older cards. But I don't know why they were grading as low as they were. Not sure, because they definitely looked better than what they were getting the grades on. But a lot of you guys were hearing that about grading back, last year. Then again, you've got to make sure that oh, that's nice, Early. You got to make sure that you don't want to overpopulate, and I get that. You don't want to overpopulate with a 10. They weren't 10s, but I don't know. Some of them that said 4s just didn't look 4s. And even some that he got back were crazy. They look better than, and when you go, they looked great. They looked like they should have been 6s, and he was getting them 4s and 2s. Then I had another card that went to PSA. I actually still have it right here. It's got to ship out. I did sell it at a great deal. And I'm just going to show it to you guys. So this is my submission sleeve, and here's the card. As you can see, they rejected it. Yeah, on its own merit, I get it. Yeah. Beautiful card. You know what I'm saying? That's just a beautiful Hank Aaron. You know, this definitely should have gotten a nice grade. Little OC, crisp, corners, little smudge here there, but this is what they said. That it was miscut. So therefore, they couldn't give it a grade. So when we compare it to another card, it was bowed out right here. See how it's bowed out? And so it would not fit in the PSA container there. So therefore, it can't be graded. Now, this is going to go to the individual that purchased this, because, you know, that way he's got it. And let me just put this back in here, guys. Hold on. I want to make sure that, you know, he had that. So he's got that to show that we've already sent it off, so there's no reason for him to try. They have it registered. And he's got a lot of other really great cards in here, too. I love this one that he got. Braden Shoemake. Beautiful, huge collegiate national team patch. Just a beautiful card. So let me go ahead and put these back together, set them here. I've got it. All this is going to ship here in another week or two. Yeah, wrong size. It was slightly too fat, so it won't fit. I didn't even say. It's been so long since I've gone to PSA that I don't even know there's a price hike. Nope. I think that there's some really great ideas in there, but as far as the Project 2020, no. Yeah, patch is sweet, man. You know, the thing is we want to get into everything. We want to have everything. So we've got to temper ourselves and just be careful of the amount of stuff we buy. Oh, nice. I have so... I don't even know what's a short print, what's not, bro. I've got to go... That's why I'm afraid to be selling stuff, because I literally did sell, not knowing that Acuna bat down was worth more. And somebody took advantage of it. I had all three of the Acunas there, and at the time, not knowing that there was a short print, you know, but I made what I wanted to make from it because it was Acuna. But then I found out later that was a bat down, so I've had it in possession. I've pulled 1, 2, 3 bat down, or I've pulled 2 bat downs and had 1 sent to me from that year. Did I pull? Maybe I did pull 3. No, Mike Tyson Yaz was phenomenal. Hopefully this nephew, is it nephew? No, I don't have one at all. I sold them because I didn't know. The other ones I sold on purpose because one was shipped to me to sell. One, you saw that get pulled, and that Sam had bought that pack, but I don't have one I just have the one from what's that? The holiday boxes. I think I might have one or two from there. I just don't have the short print. But there, you know what's interesting? There's another one that's a shorter print. That's him wearing a white jersey, and for some reason, oh wow, that's nice. Well, you know, Alex, we can always do that live. Sell spots for packs, not teams. You let me know, man. I'll be more than happy to do that for you, bro. Choo, choo, choo. Yeah, there. So, if you guys have looked at the numbers, so in the junk era day, junk card, junk wax, it's called. They were making around $1 million to $3 million of each card. So, when 2019 came out, because of how successful people were chasing 2016, they did produce nearly double the amount of cards, from my understanding. Don't quote me. I just, from the numbers I saw, they basically did double the printing. But you're still talking around 300,000 a card, except for obviously short prints and some inserts and stuff. But you know, it's still not a lot of cards if you think about it in the long run. That's why these cards are still kind of expensive to find, to get, even individually. And on eBay, it's so easy to sit there and say, well, here's $1. For $1, you get one card, because there still aren't a whole lot. It's funny, Jason. Or shall I say Kathy? I'll have to stop on that. That's just too funny. It's all Andy's fault. Well, if you take Andy, if you take Card Hobbyist did a great job of breaking it down. If you look at the odds can get you pretty close to the numbers of cards that were printed, especially when you start with one of ones. When you know what the one of ones are, then that means there's only one of those in the entire set, and it tells you about out of how many packs that there are, and then you can actually get an average of the printing run on these cards, on the base. So I liked how he did that. I don't have that kind of time on my hands, even though it may look like it. But that was probably the easiest way you can to figure out the printing run. So it was somewhere between 3 and I think 400,000, depending on which set, per card on base. So what did I do? Let's put these back in order. Okay. No idea what she's watching. But I know the wife is happy right now. See, once in a while you can set the cards up wrong. So here we go. Let's try this again. So there we go. So that's there. I had gone through these and then I put them back together wrong. Yeah, Kristen was pulling some good fire the other day. If you guys missed that. Apex, did you put your channel? I don't know if you put your link in there. So whenever you guys have a chance, check out Apex and his channel. And she loves football. She knows more about football players sometimes, it seems like, than I do. From what little I saw the other day. She, oh, I know this person, that person. I'm like, wow, okay. What is that funny thing? Sometimes cards, they have little things fall off of them. I wasn't at the end of the stream. I think I went to sleep for the night. I got to get up at, man, it's hot in here. I got to get up at like, I got to put this fan on high. Like 3 something. Yeah, 3 o'clock in the morning. That's why I take a couple of naps here and there. What is up, Stemmers? He's another one that goes live once in a while, guys. He has his little thingy. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that, was I? Oh, 201 got mixed in here. There we go. Every day is a special day, people. Don't need to set aside a holiday to enjoy the day. That's why I can be in the wax cave. But I do have some projects that I will be hitting. This week. Been working on my porch, doing a couple things here and there to make it safer for my dog so that he doesn't try to go through the screen. He never does. Well, you know, Stemmers, that said. Hey, Tiny Man.
Yeah.
Say hello to Stemmers.
What's up, Stemmers? Why I don't.
Why do you got to say hi to him?
Yeah.
Because he said that, he goes, stream with my son is not my thingy. And so my son, he's 22, so it's a lot easier. He's over here playing games. What game are you playing now?
League of Legends.
He's still playing League of Legends. He just, what he did is he went ahead and lowered the volume because he doesn't want us to get hit. My wife, she came home, so Mrs. Waxman came home and she's watching some movies or something. And then eventually when I stop sorting these cards out, I'll watch some stuff with my wife. And then I'll head to bed for a few hours. And again, like I said, I only sleep for about 3 or 4 hours at a time. So I have to do that twice a day. Well, Tiny Man Nasty. That's what he calls himself sometimes. Or the Lone Zebra. Depends on the day. I guess I mixed some of the cards here. 237. Jim Morrison. Yeah. Yep, there we go. You know, one thing that I've always liked about this community, now I'm going to say something that, you know, some of you guys won't agree with, and only because I'm going to say it. So, Jabs got me back into baseball cards. I was just going through YouTube watching metal detecting videos and really car crashes and things. And one day, Jab showed up in my stream. Not my stream, but my whatchamacallit here. Yeah, that's what it is, Jason. And it sucks, bro. And so I said, baseball cards, really? So I went and checked it out, and it was when he was a smaller channel, and it was like really cool. And I really don't watch a lot of his stuff, especially his live, because you really can't keep up with chat. Once in a blue moon, I go in there. I try to watch some of his posted videos if I can, you know, because he has his moments. We all do. Same here. I have my moments. People don't like me. And because of him, I came across this awesome community of people like you guys. And I really appreciate it. And it's so hard to find people to trade cards with. I've got a neighbor next door. He's got so many cards. So many. He's got all these vintage cards I'm trying to get from him that I have not looked in the box. I created a box for him of 2018, and at this point, this has been going on for a year, that I'm just going to have to, I guess, go through the box and pull out all the cards, and we'll just have to do it differently next time, you know? Yes, the algorithm saved baseball cards, not Jabs. His brother's awesome, though. I was his brother's 12th subscriber. You know, don't get me wrong. Jabs had, you know, we all know some stuff went down. But the thing is, you know, sometimes you can't fault a person for who they are. You know, you can't fault me for my shortcomings. I try to work on them all the time. You know, my wife, I know that she's going to want me to stop here so we can hang out. Because, you know, again, I go to bed at a certain time. So what do you want to trade? I'm up to trades, but I don't always have. You have Mets cards for me, bro? No way. You know I got Mets cards for you too. I've just got to make sure that I mean, I want you and I both know what you're getting from me, Jason. You already know you're getting some really good stuff, and it's not. And I know that they're worth some good money, but they were promised to you. I'm just going to send them when I finally have the package to where you'll pee yourself because you're so excited. What? A numbered Piazza and early DeGrom? No way. Yeah, life is hard, Andy. That's the only thing that I can say about that. When you have that many followers, it gets harder to be with the people. You know, I do want to hit 1,000, and I would love to hit 1,000 subscribers. Not for the monetary, just to make it simpler for me. Oh no, not you, Jason. There's two of you, James. I always get you, Jason, and James mixed, and I don't know why. But no, I've got to after this one batch of Red Sox I have going out to my buddy Johnny Red. I'm gonna get some Red Sox for you. Because I don't know why he's not into some of the vintage I have of the Red Sox. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure why, but he goes, I don't know who that is. And I'm like, well, you're supposed to learn your team. And then I've got access to some players from the 50s and 60s. My wife won't stream with me. Not yet. Maybe one day. You never know. 2019. You know, I literally just got a card today that I was telling you guys I got the cards in the mail that I had not seen yet as an insert from, I think it's Update. I didn't even know this card existed. It's EST3. It's the 2019. Oh, there we go. And I had never seen any of these inserts. Never. And that's the first time I've seen one of these. And I have stacks and stacks and stacks of these cards. And that's Sinzel. That's as a rookie card. Even though it's an insert, it doesn't have that rookie on there. It's still a rookie card. Because here are... Yeah. So all of these were part of what I won the other day from Papa J. There you go, guys. Oh, let me try. The light wasn't that good. Sorry. Hopefully that's a better look. I didn't even know those inserts. I had never seen one insert like that in all the cards I've pulled at all. Oh, you want to see the other side? Hold on. Yeah, here's the. So this will show you the update. See, this is the update series, and then the other side. Let's do that again so you guys can see it better. There you go. So what do I collect? Well, I grew up with I'm a Mets fan. I grew up upstate New York, Syracuse. So I'm a Mets fan all the way back from 1969. You know, you're talking about the traumatic brain injury. I've had a couple of them in my lifetime. But my long-term memory is very intact. And so my memories go back to when I was you know, a year old. 8 months is the oldest memory I go back to. And he's watching videos while he's playing games. And so, you know, I remember, you know, that summer they were talking about the Mets and how they, you know, they were bums and that they were the worst team in the league and the year before and how they couldn't believe, you know, they started calling the amazing Mets and how wonderful they were doing. Yeah, and that card I showed you, the Senzel, I've never seen that insert before. That was the first time I'd ever seen in any of those packs. So I'm wondering if that's O-Pee-Chee. It didn't say it. It doesn't say O-Pee-Chee on them. It says Tops. And I'm trying to see where it gives a printing. It doesn't say, but the code is this. Let me type in the code. And then, you know, maybe you can do some research on it. I believe that's the code. I don't know if it's a Canadian thing. Yeah, it's, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But it was a cool thing. It was a I don't remember buying into any of his break. I might have not even remembered, honestly. That's a short-term memory loss. So I go, like I said, I go back to 6 months old, and so I remember the Mets in since I was born in '68, hence Waxman '68. Okay, these cards are getting too many. I gotta stop setting them down. And I remember them winning the World Series. My parents just happened to be coming from the airport, and this is where I really got the conversation about the Mets and how the city was, and they were there during. They didn't see the games, but they were there in all the euphoria that was going on, all the celebrations. They said it was crazy, and I decided at that point as a kid that the New York Mets were going to be my team, and that's how I ended up being a Mets fan. So I'm a big Mets fan, and when I say big Mets fan, I'm really big on the cards. Trivia, I'm not gonna, forget about it. Andy, it was good talking to you, man. I appreciate you stopping in for a little while. I may end this stream when I finish this stack here, and spend some time with Mrs. Waxman since she's home from work, watching TV. Sit down with her for a while and watch whatever she's watching. I got one more stack I'm going to go through, and that's the 300s. There he is. John, we were talking about you, man. How you doing, bro? Your ears must have been burning, as that old wives' tale says. Look what we're doing, man. 87s. Yeah, with John here, right? He brings the chat alive. I was telling them how I was your 12th subscriber. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this last stack here, and then yeah, you can almost see the rug underneath you. I used to do that, man. I can't do that anymore at my age. So let's just split these up into two smaller stacks. John, it's so good to have you join us today. Yeah, I was telling them I had about 3 feet of 87s to go through, and I still have a box unopened to go through, which I'll have to do that. I'll do that on another live stream, one of my mornings when I'm not working. We'll see you later, Early. Well, you are awesome, dude. I mean, I obviously found you because of your brother, and I always enjoyed the banter between you guys when you guys would be going through the flea market, and then when we would catch you on camera, when you would just look at your brother like he's crazy. It was just hilarious. Apex, you want to put in a link for him so that everybody, if somebody in here has not been to see what he does, the toys and all the other stuff. Yeah, I made a real dent. Then they can see what John's about, because John does something different. He's more about the older toys than he is about the cards, even though he loves cards. If I remember correctly, Jose Lind was his favorite player as a kid. Every time I come across a Lind card, I think of him. I haven't done any flea market runs here, though. Yeah, factory sets they have. Yeah, they have other cards in them that you can't get from the regular packs. Yeah, Journey into Nostalgia. There you go. That is for The Past is Alive. Yeah, I went in the military. When I came back, I come home and I'm like, where's my furniture? Where's the stuff that was in my room? Oh, well, somebody needed it and they were staying with us, so we let them keep your stuff. And I'm like, but you don't understand. I had John would have gone crazy if he could have seen what was given away and got destroyed. I had one of the first actual, and I would have kept, and I was keeping it for a reason because it was awesome. I actually had an original wooden skateboard. I had when they first came out with the some kind of plastic, some kind of that plastic poured boards with the tail on them, so you could do manuals. I had some of those original ones too. So she gave it all away. A lot of vintage stuff, GI Joes and things like that. Well, Apex, because Apex a moderator. That's that's why he's able to post the links. So if you need Jason, do you? I know that I know I should know this. But if you want Apex, you want to go ahead and post his channel. Okay, so we got these split in half. The 91 Donruss. Okay. Yeah, very disheartening. But it's all good. That was back in '89. So I've gotten a whole bunch of other stuff. You might find this funny. This is sometimes I hang on to some of my son's original toys, like this one here. Just one of those things I have laying around that I keep in here as a decoration because I just think it's a cool toy. Yeah, once in a while, I find that some of the cards that are in the Fairfields are factory set. Not a lot, but a little bit. Yeah, let me take a drink of water real quick. What's funny is every time I keep thinking, what's Kathleen? Kathleen. Why does Kathleen ring a bell? And it reminded me of Kathleen Turner and a movie she was in. She was crazy. In with I think it was I don't remember. I can't think of his name. Michael Douglas, I think. Yeah, my stream has got an excellent connection now. So it's kind of interesting. My wife's on Wi-Fi. I'm on the Wi-Fi. Son's on the Wi-Fi. We got a pretty decent stream going. Can you hear the movie she has in? Can you guys hear it pretty good? Well, Jason, why would we not want to sub to you? Oh, remember we showed this card earlier? Oh, this is one of those rare cards. Come on, people. It's just a set filler if you don't have another one. Hey, guys, on your videos, this is a question for you. Because lately I've been getting, I guess you could say porno spammed in my comments. And I keep sending them off and reporting them, obviously, and banning them. But, you know, I know they're just going to keep switching accounts. But are you guys having that same problem on your videos, in your comments? Yeah, nobody's really. My subs have staled for a while, but that's because I had stopped streaming and doing my auctions. But we're gonna pick up a bunch here when we start doing the auctions again, I think, because I'm gonna do them before I just do them once a month. I'll get back to doing that. I just don't think my auctions will be in the normal days that they've been in the past. I've got other stuff that I'm now committed to, which is a great thing. Yeah, it's bots that post that. Yeah, all we can do is just keep reporting them and then block them from our channels. Oh, yeah, here's that card I was telling you about. So, Chris Bando, somebody signed Chris Bando. I don't know if he actually signed this card or not, but I found a bunch of these cards in my in these boxes where people had signed cards. So I don't know if people signed them or if they're legit. There's always a way. There's a way to find out if it's close enough that maybe they'll say that it's his. I don't know. Nice, Pete. Yeah, I hope to catch the bots before, because this is a live stream, so I kind of restricted this a little bit this time. But normally, I 13 and up is what I have my settings for, and they don't need to be hooked and sucked into that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's just crazy. YouTube's supposed to be getting better. Did I say that out loud? Oh, nice. You know what, Pete? You just got to remember that it's her room, too. I'm not sure, Apex, if mine have made it in. I know that I see them. But there was a recent one of the recent ones. When I hit report, it didn't disappear. It stayed in my chat. So I don't know if that one made it in or not. But I was able to was able to delete it then. Okay. Thanks, John. Yeah, we've been in our house since '99, and we finally put this together. This room, I finally got to have a room because my card started to overwhelm the house to where boxes were starting to appear. She started seeing bins underneath tables and in the what's that room called? The formal living room. And she just started seeing him starting to grow. She's okay. So you need to clear out the storage room that we built, and you can have that. It's like, okay. Because I was kind of waiting for my son to move out, but that ain't happening anytime soon. I was going to take over his. But nope. He's still here. I'm not complaining, though, because he actually pays some of our bills. You know, he's learning the right way. Sometimes we'll say, hey, Dad, I got some extra money. Can you use it? I don't always say yeah. Or he stops at McDonald's somewhere else. Hey, yeah, that's because she works with you on doing the cards, bro. And sometimes we'll call him up when he's at McDonald's or somewhere else. Hey, I'm stopping at Taco Bell. McDonald's, you want anything? Yes. He doesn't even ask me what I want. He just brings me something, and then because obviously he's 22, he should know what I like by now, right? Sometimes he'll bring me home a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, okay. And then I'll be eating it, and you go like, I'm kind of still hungry, Dad. Can I have some of the food that I bought you? Okay. All right, so we got 1/2 left, and then we'll stop. Well, we're at the 2:32 mark right now. So let's a couple of these. And all right. Whew. Definitely warm in here. I know he's gonna wanna. My son will be happy when I leave, so that I can open the door all the way, so we can get some air conditioning in here. Well, Andy. Oh, that was the other thing. You remember some of you guys are going to remember my earlier streams where I really highlighted the backdrop, which was the 87 sheet when I was doing my auctions. Well, I set it up near the front door, and that was the other thing, is there's times I just couldn't take it down right away. And so it was like it became an interference. So hopefully after a while, she'll sit there and decide, you know what, let's put this in a room to make it easier. That's all you can hope for, bro. All right. Whew. So as you can tell, these are mostly just the common players. So these are definitely mostly just common base. What's funny is the Barry Bonds rookie in here, which is the ink is kind of missing in the 3, and they have them on eBay for, oh look, it's a printing error. It's so rare, but it's the same exact card everybody got. Same exact card. Ooh. Dickie Thon. There you go. Now Dickie Thon, he wasn't too bad. 272, which is decent numbers. He was really good for his team. He definitely filled a void for sure. Yeah, speaking of void, kind of surprised that Void didn't make it on with us today. Well, here's a card that's got several Fred Linds. Look at that. He was an excellent player. He was averaging 292 at this point when he was with the Orioles. And he had 241 home runs overall. He wasn't a big home run hitter, but he was a very good defensive player and could get some hits. It has a wax application error. Nice. We'll see you later, Pete. Awesome, man. Appreciate you stopping in today. We'll probably do more of this a little bit earlier in the day. Like I said with the wife, I want to, tomorrow no, but probably Wednesday I'll get back to doing this. Oh, I enjoy this, bro. You can tell. It just get a little bit warm because people are here. Now, what's really cool, my son's PC, his personal computer, he built it. It's water cooled. It does not heat up this room. What heats up this room is the heat outside because we have no AC in this room. Like I said, it's just a small 9x6 room. We can add. I'll have to cut a hole, but we can add AC if we need to run a tube. We just haven't decided to because we're trying to see how this is going to work. We keep the fan on and the door open when we're not home, and for a lot of the day too, because we want to make sure that this stays nice and cooled in here. It's just with her watching TV, we had to close the door somewhat, just to try to diffuse the sound that she's doing. Almost there, guys. And yeah, we just finished watching the TV series Eureka the other day. She missed the first couple of episodes, so we went back and watched those. She goes, okay, I'm all caught up now. Now I understand everything. So now we're going to move on to the next one, which I've got some DVDs somebody let me borrow, of the original TV series Mission Impossible. So we're going to start to watch that. I'm excited about it. And we're going to watch that and see how the old series was. Maybe make fun of some of the acting. I remember as a kid seeing them, but don't remember really watching them because I don't know. I think my dad mainly was into more other stuff.
What?
We did watch a lot of sports on TV. Let's see, 368. All right. So last card. So later on my own, what I'll do is I will. I'll just pull the box so I can show you. So this is a 550 count box. I do have another smaller box too. As you can see, this is a brand new box. Now I'm just going to go through and see what's missing. I'll do that later on my own. That way, it'll allow me time to hang out with the wife. Hey, I want to say thank you to everybody for coming by. You guys have been awesome. We appreciate it. We appreciate you guys. And you know what it is. You know the drill, guys. Treat people with respect, treat them with dignity, and things will go well for you guys. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you guys another day. Wax is out.